So this week, what's going on, guys? We got another Q&A. We kind of touched on this topic, I believe, twice already, but I understand that the algorithm and the way they do things on YouTube, a lot of things get backlogged and pushed kind of into the shadows. So let's get into this video. Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Crested Geckos, coming to you guys with another video. And this week we have a Q&A, and it's a very common question that we get. And again, we want to stay consistent and true to our foundation of what's gotten us started and going here. There's no question too small, no question too big. We're not saying that we know everything. We'll give you our personal experience on things, our outlook, or maybe direction in certain areas where maybe we're not there but heading there, and let you kind of reflect upon the information and use it hopefully to benefit you. So that being said, the question this week is, here it is, 2024. People are getting back excited into the reptile hobby all across the board. And someone is looking to start at a hobby level, have fun, gain the experience, at the same time do it responsibly enough to hopefully start it as a business at some point. Whenever they decide, they said they have no time frame. They want to do it at their own leisure and not be kind of cornered to have to do certain things. So our response to that is, you're never really cornered to move with everyone else. Never. You got to have your own vision. You can be influenced, and hopefully in a positive manner, but you should never feel like you're being pushed to kind of go along with everyone else. You can start at any moment, at any level. I think at this level right now of the entire market, there's so many available crested geckos out there that what I am excited to see is, I have seen, how do you say, a very, very, very low amount of low quality geckos being out on the market openly. Again, we can't make it to every single show and see every single table, but the things that we're seeing posted are phenomenal animals, and I mean truly phenomenal, from all different breeders, including new breeders. So the first thing you will want to do is do your research and see what excites you. See what, hey, you see these geckos online and you're literally automatically drawn to them, then that may be your calling. So that's number one. Figure out what excites you. Number two, your numbers. So what can you manage comfortably, feeding wise, care wise, and just showing them just general attention. And then males and females, so you got to figure out your genders. So as far as that goes, a nice little start, I would say, honestly, for a small start, I would say 2.5, meaning 2 males, 5 females, and your 2 males should be, I would say, it depends on the outcome you're looking for, but you can kind of put them into the same project and let that entire project be a program. When you're building a project, these are living and breathing animals, so things do not always go as planned. So you can have, 2, 3 females, and let's say have 1 male, and that male decides he's not ready to breed yet. He may be 2 years old, 3 years old. It's rare, but he may decide he's not going to breed, and you won't have any production. So you want to make sure you at least have a backup male or 2 primary males where you're excited about both of them in the direction they're going to take you in. So a good solid start point is going to be 2.5. After that, you're going to want to make sure, that's a broken record, you are your best customer. So some of the best geckos you end up producing, make sure you situate yourself where you can hold them back.
Hey guys, Flawless Crested Geckos here. Will, Audra, and we're here to tell you about our Patreon.
Yes, going through tough times, you got to know that Flawless is always going to have your back. If you go over to patreon.com/flawlesscrestedgeckos, you'll see all the perks and benefits it is there for you to come and support us on our Patreon. $50 a month turns around and goes right back into your Flawless Crested Geckos savings account for you to use towards your next purchase.
Any purchase. We also give awesome benefits such as 5% off the top of the price of the gecko. We give free merchandise, t-shirts, we give stainless steel tables, tools, yes. All kinds of goodies. We also give free shipping to our members all year round, no blackout dates. And, you know, we give awesome tips, or we think we do anyway.
That's right. So go over to patreon.com/flawlesscrestedgeckos
and join our family.
And remember and constantly remind yourself that you're new. So being new, hold back males, hold back females. A lot of people in the earlier stages, they tend to only hold back females. You should hold back both. And that's because you're super small and you can pretty much go in a few different directions. As well as another little tip, it's always good if you have the space, if you can care for them, to have beautiful top grade animals that you don't breed every year. It's always nice to have that kind of comfort level to not have to, you know, breed all of your best animals every single year. Even for us this year, you know, we cut down a lot of our pairings, not numbers wise, but pairings wise. So we have a lot of higher end males and females, where let's say a male 2 years ago would have, let's say, 4 females. I want to go as far as saying every single one of our males max has 3 females, max, and it's not a lot of them that have 3 females. A lot of them have 2 for the entire season. So it's something to be interested in, or to look into. So that kind of lines you up everything as far as for a smaller, your infrastructure at a smaller level. Make sure you have your resources as far as food. Get on the wholesale list with either Pangea, Rapashi, BP Zoological. There's so many Sweet Reptiles. There's so many brands that's coming out, and they're awesome because they're adding to the hobby, to the industry. Also, so let's dive right into this part of it too. Your choices of morphs, what genes you're gonna work. The other part of the question was, are we already past utilizing axanthic hets? And no. I think people look at crested geckos like the axanthic gene as like the holy grail of crested geckos, and we're deep in the axanthic gene. But this is the thing, it's just a gene. It's just a gene. It's a really cool gene, and we are trying to kind of gene stack with certain things and go in certain directions. But that's for us. Some people can appreciate a gene just for being the gene. So if you're interested in axanthics, but you don't want to go straight visual, there's nothing wrong with, you know, getting an actual hat. Actually, sometimes it's better to get your hat, because you can get you a charcoal or a lily white or a red or whatever you want in a hat, 100% hat form, and know that you have X amount of genes already at play along with the hat that you're implementing into your program. You may have goals to kind of really do something along the lines down the road that will involve axanthic, but you don't want to put it on the front side. You want to see what you're going to produce from your yellow 100% het axanthic as you go into your cappuccinos. So down the road you can produce, you know, yellow cappuccino Xanthics, whatever your goals and vision may be. But hats are extremely useful. They'll never be obsolete. And that's across the board. Phantoms, the same way, hypo, whatever it may be. So don't let the market and the industry kind of skew your vision on what you want to do. We say it constantly. If you have an interest in something, no matter how small it may be, guess what? Somebody else has an interest in that morph, that gene, that line as well. Do everything in your business, your hobby, with all your morals. Keep all your morals in line, your ethics. You got to be responsible. We have to care for these animals. We are in the right now. We're looking at, you know, controlling the dialogue, the rhetoric moving forward as a whole. And we can all do it together. So with there being so many genes out there, there's so many routes where you can kind of go down that lane and exhaust whatever dreams and visions you may have. Don't stay closed in a box. Just be creative with it. And like I said, long as it's safe for the animals, number one. Animals got to be primary number one. So if you get all your ducks in a row and everything, you know, all your needs are being met, all your guidelines are being tended to, I see no problem with you starting as a hobbyist, enthusiast, or even as a full-time breeder. Set your standards, abide by your standards, and you will be successful. It's a time game. It's a dedication game. It's a lot of hard work to kind of get yourself out there. It almost feels like an entire different business. It's not just animal care and tending to the animals. You have a lot of promotion and marketing and advertisement on that side for the business, which again, check us out on Patreon. We give a lot of information on there. But again, hopefully this message finds all of you doing very, very well. Keep the excitement high. You know, this is truly the future of the industry. Us all working together, you know, discovering new genes, you know, making new combos, and hopefully excelling, you know, Crested Geckos to a whole nother level. But anyway, it's Will, Flawless Crested Geckos, and we out.